skies over Leeuwarden Air Base in the Netherlands are filled with NATO's elite fighter aircraft, flying nearly 100 missions a day. This activity is all part of Frisian Flag 16, named after the northernmost region of the Netherlands, which hosts this annual exercise. It features extremely complex and realistic aerial combat scenarios, testing both air and ground support assets.
Frisian Flag is a NATO exercise. There's about 8 countries here right now, flying about 50 airplanes at a time in the exercise airspace, and it's a defensive counter-air, offensive counter-air exercise where we get to integrate all of our capabilities kind of across NATO and get familiar with how everybody operates.
Frisian Flag brought together partner nations with several different fighters, from the F-16, the F-15, the F-18, the Eurofighter, and the Mirage. Learning to operate with a wide range of airframes wasn't the only challenge.
This one is one of those large force employment exercises in a relatively compact but very controlled environment that Netherlands and the Dutch present to everyone in Europe as well as the United States. So coming into this environment where the weather's a little bit different, where the runway conditions are different, the way you taxi around the runway is different than we do in the US, and all that adds value to somebody's ability to be flexible and yet still do a job in your expertise like air sovereignty.
It was this flexibility that allowed the pilots to work in cooperation with their various international allies and execute missions at peak efficiency.
NATO is a standard, and everybody operates under pretty much the same exact rules of engagement, so integrating has been very smooth.
Frisian Flag 16 will continue for the next 2 weeks as this coalition trains for any real-world scenario that may call for a cooperative international aerial response. Staff Sergeant John Archiquette, Leeuwarden Air Base, Netherlands.